Upgrades.
Hey, what's going on out there, everybody? This is Sammy Leg here, representing TeamJVS, here to give you guys another review for South by Southwest 2023. This series got the honor of being able to check out the first two episodes, Donna Glover's Swarm. This is starring Dominique Fishback. She plays the role of Dre. She works in tandem also with Chloe Bailey's character, Marissa. They are Nyjah fans. I will say, this is taking luxuries from another icon in her own right, which I'm not going to expound her name on this because I think it would be too much of a throwaway. But these are based on true events of certain fans that have done certain things. And Dre is a diehard Nyjah fan, and that is her idol. But Dre is also very eccentric. Like, she doesn't get subtle cues very well. Like, she tries to do the right thing as best she knows how to, but very early on you start to see that as much as she has an obsession and a need to do certain things to get to where Nyjah is, she also loves, you know, her respective sister Marissa. And Marissa kind of is in a relationship with a certain person. I'm not gonna say who it is, but it's a really big name. I don't want to spoil too much. And it's like this is also a session with Marissa as well. And so it's kind of like from that point, the show catapults from a lot of tragedy and a lot of violence and a lot of things that happen that you just don't suspect. And I gotta say off rip, like, you can tell the imprint that Donald Glover's hands is all over this, because this isn't like a dark comedy. It's like, this isn't a comedy at all. It's more so like a dark thriller, almost at times a dark horror film. The imagery is there though. Like, his style, like, I mean, if you've seen Atlanta, you know for a fact, like, he's a very versatile director as much as he's a versatile actor and creator. But like, his uses of colors and certain shots and certain moments that are vulnerable shots, like his camera cue and the way that he kind of encompasses certain things that Dominique's character Dre does is so fascinating. And also getting into her mind, like the way that he wrote certain things and themes of why she does what she does is so fascinating, because at times it can feel like a character study. And the other thing about this is freaking hardcore violent. Like, there are things that I did not suspect to see, and the violence does not stop. Like, once it goes, it's just like a ticking time bomb. But the other thing that they do really well with this is they play with sound. Sound is a very pivotal key element in this. And sometimes you might hear like bees, sometimes you might hear like a clock, sometimes you might hear something that's an immediate trigger. And it's a certain reason for it. It's not like, okay, this sound is coming out of nowhere. At first you kind of like, wait, what are you hearing? But then when it starts to repeat with certain episodes, and like, you're like, okay. Now the first two episodes, there is a lot of time that's spent with it. Like, as far as how certain characters progress, like what makes them tick. Even the settings change, like the locations and settings even change. So it's I feel like between these first two episodes, it feels like a fish out of water between the first episode to the second episode. But even deeper than that, it's like the acting. Like, there's ranges of acting that Dominique is pulling that are just disturbing at times. Like, it is beautiful acting, and like the versatility of her capability is there. But the ranges of things that Donald Glover's having her to do and go through, and people that she's interacting with, it's just so fascinating, because there's times it really does feel like a character study. And I don't know, the other part about this is the fandom, like the sycophantic fandom. Like, I mean, there are people that are avid fans of like superhero movies. Like, there's people that are fans of like Star Trek or Star Wars. They're also fans of people that are celebrities, right? And I mean, you can use like Eminem Stan as a hyper example. Like even a movie or I recently saw with Sundance, which was Magazine Dreams with Jonathan Majors. So there are different pockets of different stories that kind of like this, but this is very specific and is definitely showing like the pitfalls of some of that and what that really looks like. But the other thing about it is, it isn't just that it takes place on one spectrum of a fan. It's different fans. Like they could be doing different things with their life, and that obsession lays foundations for other things that you gotta look out for. And it's very fascinating. So again, like when it's dark, it's dark. It's just there's no humor there openly. Like it's not a comedy, but there is pockets for it. I don't want to say too much, but as far as the first two episodes, like it's great. Like I think if you know what you're getting into, I think you'll be fine. But if you're thinking that it's a comedy, or you think it's gonna be like moments of levity or heartfelt things, like no, like this is dark. So for me, it's between a 9 or a 10 out of 10. Like I'd rest it a 9.5 out of 10. Go and check out Swarm. It is gonna be released out very soon on Amazon. And I think you may want to get Amazon Prime if you don't already have it, because they have some bangers already up there. But adding Donald Glover to this, they've done something special with this show. I'll talk to you guys soon. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell button. Peace, people.
Filing out the top of the I can see the skyline, 50 mile radius on my timeline. Ain't nothing on my mind. Oh Lord.